Poverty
Poverty
mindset.
mindset.
How do we
How do we
overcome it?
overcome it?
From my money
From my money
mindset last
mindset last
weekend
weekend
to my
to
poverty
my poverty
mindset
mindset
this
this
week
week
and
and
today.
today.
What exactly
What
is
exactly
poverty
is poverty
mindset?
mindset?
How do you
How
break
do you break
free from your
free from your
poverty
poverty
mindset
mindset
and
and
switch to an
switch to an
abundance
abundance
mindset?
mindset?
There are so
There are
many
so many
reasons
reasons why breaking
free
free
from poverty
from poverty
mindset.
mindset.
It's very
It's very
important.
important.
How do you know
How do
these
you know
reasons?
these reasons?
You will only
You will
know
only know
when you are part
when you
of
are
this
part of
show,
this show,
when you are
when you are
watching.
watching.
Hello
Hello
everyone, and
everyone, and
welcome to
welcome to
episode 3
episode
of
3 of
Let's Give It
Let's
a
Give It a
Voice.
Voice.
Here at the
Here
Voice of
at the
Hope
Voice of
Media
Hope
with
Media with
𝗙𝗍𝘆, your host.
your host.
Today we have two
we
guest
have two
speakers
guest
on our
speakers
show
on our
today,
show today,
and we have
and we have
Richie
Richie
𝗙𝗃𝗲𝘄
and
and
Ďiana
Formara
Formara
as
as
our
our
special guest
special guest
speakers.
speakers.
So, as
So,
I said
as I said earlier,
we are
we
giving
are
a
giving
voice
a
to
voice to
poverty
poverty
mindset.
mindset.
How do we
How do we
overcome it?
overcome it?
So during this episode, we are going to look at what poverty mindset is exactly, what the causes of poverty mindset are, what can be done to eliminate a poverty mindset or to overcome poverty mindset, and how would you advise someone you think has a poverty mindset. And also, we are going to answer questions from all of you watching. So you are all welcome. And thank you so much for taking time to watch this episode today. It's actually the third episode of our Let's Give the Voice here at the Voice of Hope Media with 𝗙𝗍𝘆 for 2022. If you are new here, the Voice of Hope Media is a safe space where we give a voice to those taboo societal issues, to encourage individuals to be able to speak up, to speak out, knowing they will be heard and they won't be judged or stigmatized. So here we educate, we empower, we inspire, and we give hope to individuals facing challenging and complex life issues, including special educational needs. So you are watching live today on our Facebook page and also our YouTube channel. So joining, let's learn about poverty mindset today. And also invite your friends to watch, because I normally say each time you watch a show here, you learn, you unlearn, and you relearn. Once more, I am your host and I am 𝗙𝗍𝘆. Then with Let's Give It a Voice. So let's welcome our guest speakers today and welcome once more to you both. It's a pleasure having you today, especially our Miss Formara. Thank you for honoring this invite today. And guess what, everyone? This is the youngest guest speaker we've had on our show. And we look forward to having more. So let's dive in straight. Let's start with Ďiana. Who is Ďiana Formara?
𝗙𝗲𝗆 Formara is a young girl who is 16 years old in 𝗨𝘀𝘆cie Arts in primary, secondary, and high school, Lendi in Douala. The senior prefect girl of the school.
Okay. And Dr. Richie?
Dr. Richie 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃 is the Secretary General of the African Youth Parliament and the founder of the Champion University of Cameroon and the founder of the African Youth Forum for Leadership and Sustainable Development. Currently on some work at Pan Secondary School with So today I am happy to be part of this program and most especially to be here with Ďiana, who is a young, talented girl and who has a lot to offer as far as gender-based violence issues are concerned, and as far as educating her peers are concerned. So thank you very much for choosing us to be the guests for this program today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the invite. Sorry once again, there's an echo. So we try to sort it out. Welcome. I'm in trouble. Welcome back. We hope it's going to be okay now. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear? Unmute yourself.
Can you get us?
Yes. Is that
Yes.
okay
Is that
now?
okay now? Okay.
I can still
I
hear
can
my
still hear my
voice.
voice. Oh no.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Okay.
I'm not too
I'm
sure
not too
what the
sure what
problem
the problem
is.
is.
When I put you
When I
on
put you
mute,
on mute,
can you hear me
can you
now?
hear me now? Yes. Can you hear us?
Is that
Is
okay
that
now?
okay now? Yes, it is. Is it okay at your end too?
I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you
Okay.
hear
Can you
me?
hear me?
Yes, I can.
But I
But
can't hear
I
you.
can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Richard, can you hear
Richard,
me?
can you hear me? Yes, I can. Can you hear us?
5:34.
5:34.
Can you hear me
Can
at
you hear me
all?
at all? Yes.
But I can't
But
hear
I
you.
can't hear you. The mic is on. Our mic is on. Can you hear us? Can you get us?
Can you hear me
Can you
now?
hear me now? Yes. Can you hear us?
Okay, but I can't
But I
hear
can't
you.
hear you. Oh. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yes. I think it's better now. To anyone watching, if you can hear me, please indicate, let me know if that's okay now. Oh, wow. 𝗙𝗲𝙀𝗀𝗀𝗀, can you indicate, just indicate now, let me know if it's okay. Okay. Good. Whew. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being patient. They say patience is a virtue. Oh, good. Judith says they can hear us now very well. Thank you so much for that. And I really want to appreciate all of you for your patience. Gosh. And thank you so much for waiting. I don't know what happened. I may have connected something else as onto the laptop, but we are here now. We are back, and then we will continue. Okay. So let's just have a little break. So welcome back, everyone. Whew. And I just want to thank you all for your patience. So, from my introduction today, we are talking about poverty mindset. What exactly is poverty mindset? How do you break free from your poverty mindset? And how do you actually identify someone who has a poverty mindset? And before you are able to identify someone with a poverty mindset, you should be able to know exactly what poverty mindset is. It's such a coincidence that our last episode, episode 2 of last week, we talked about money mindset. We defined Judith, who was our guest speaker. She defined what money mindset is, what we can do to have a healthy money mindset. And coincidentally, today we are talking about poverty mindset. So on our studios today, we have Miss um, Formara Diana, and then we have Dr. Richie Jam. These are our special guest speakers for today. If you're just joining in, you're live here at the Voice of Hope Media, and this episode is episode 3 of Let's Give It a Voice here at the Voice of Hope Media with myself, the host, AC Beng. If you're new here at the Voice of Hope Media, here we give a voice to those societal taboo issues, oftentimes regarded as too emotional or too sensitive, that many people do not want to talk about these issues in public. So here at the Voice of Hope Media, we give a voice to these issues in order to empower you to be able to speak up, to speak out, knowing that you will be heard and you won't be judged or stigmatized. So this is actually a safe space where we educate, we empower, we inspire, and we give hope to individuals facing challenging and complex life issues, including special educational needs. Because we also believe that every experience lived is worthy, it's valuable, and it has the power to transform your lives. So here we are today giving a voice to poverty mindset. And interestingly, we have a very young lady. I mean, she's a baby. My first son is 16. So you are age mate. So we actually have the youngest guest, one of our youngest guest speakers today, all the way from Cameroon, and she is Diana Formara. Diana, once more, you are welcome to our studios, and we really hope that we'll see you again in our subsequent episodes. So I know you had introduced yourself. I'd like you to introduce yourself again because we had technical problems. So I would like you to introduce yourself again so that the world should know you. I mean, at your age, I couldn't even sit in front of the camera to talk. Here you are on a talk show and introducing yourself. How amazing is that? Guys, if you're watching, please share and let our friends come and learn from her. Let them hear from her. Let other people learn from this young lady here on our studios today, including Dr. Richard Jam. So over to you, Diana, your introduction again, and thank you.
Diana is a young girl who is 16 years old and studies in Pan Secondary and High School at 𝗵𝗵𝗐 in Douala. And I'm a student in 𝗺𝗵𝗐𝗺𝘃 Arts and also the senior prefect girl of the school.
Wow, senior prefect. So there must be a lot of discipline in your class then. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Richie.
I am Dr. Richard Jam. I'm the current Secretary General of the African Youth Parliament and the founder of the Champion University in Cameroon. I am happy to be on this particular program today, very happy, and most especially to be here with a daughter and a student, Diana Formara, Senior Prefect Girl of Pan Secondary School. And it's a pleasure that you are having us and that you selected us as guests for this program to talk about the poverty mindset. Thank you.
You are welcome. And maybe by the end of the show, Diana will be able to tell us a little bit about Pan Secondary School. You said it's located in Douala, right? So I've never heard about it. So you will be able to tell us more about this school and how is it different from the other schools around. So as I said earlier, our topic of discussion today is poverty mindset and how it can be overcome. And our main guest speaker is Dr. Richie Jam, who will be telling us what a poverty mindset is, what actually causes a poverty mindset, and what can be done to eliminate a poverty mindset. In order to be free from poverty. So let's start with you, Dr. Richie. Let's speak on what poverty mindset is exactly.
Thank you once more again for accepting us as guests for this program. Poverty mindset, first of all, is the fear that one will never have enough. The fear that one will never have enough. That mindset, first of all, mindset has to do with a system of beliefs that one holds onto, a system of beliefs that one holds onto. It could be mindset, would mean a system, a number of things that one holds on to, be they cultural, economic, and otherwise. And when we narrow it down to poverty, the poverty mindset, first of all, poverty, which is a state of lack, where one cannot meet their basic necessities, food, clothing, shelter, education. Now, what is the poverty mindset? The poverty mindset is the fear that one will never have enough. And this fear actually holds one back. It blocks you from moving forward. It blocks you because you already have in your mind that you can never have enough. You have in your mind that where you are stagnant and growth is not possible, whether economic, whether political, whether academic, whether intellectual, it is not possible. And here especially, we are talking about money. So the poverty mindset has to do with someone with that mindset, with that belief, with that notion that they can never have enough money. They can never have enough money to meet up with their needs. Maybe because of so many reasons that we are going to look onto later on. And I don't know if we should go ahead already with what causes the poverty mindset. Why is it that somebody will sit and think that they can never have enough, that they can never move forward, that they can never have enough money to do what they are supposed to do, to live life like every normal person? And the first reason that we came across is about culture and tradition. But before then, let me give the floor to Diana to say a little about the poverty mindset, and then I'll move on to talk about the causes and the solutions. Thank you. Yes, Diana.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'll start by saying that poverty mindset is a state of being or a thought or a certain fear which some humans have simply because it has been a gene, like a family gene that from a poor background. So they see it as comfortable for them to be poor and not willing to work for what they want. Or they just love sitting and waiting for people to give them, of which that is not what is supposed to be. Poverty mindset is also when a human, somebody can decide to see and just have the notion that I'm a loser, I don't have anybody that can take me to anywhere, and even if I have to go anywhere, I will not still make it.
Thank you very much, Diana. So, in summary, the poverty mindset is a notion, is a belief that someone holds on to that they cannot make it in this life, that nothing can work for them, that they are in a state where growth is not possible. And what are some of the causes of the poverty mindset? The first of all, has to do with culture and tradition. And in this part of the world, we are talking from the African perspective, there are persons who naturally growing up believe that they are from a particular culture and tradition and they have to represent that culture and tradition. So this set of people never have to grow to outgrow their culture and tradition. Even if you take them today to the United States, to the UK, maybe to Asia, maybe to other parts of the world, they never get to outgrow their culture and tradition. They remain in one place, and this limits them from growth. Meaning by that, there are certain things that they cannot do to get money because it is against their culture and tradition. There are so many limitations, and worst of all, in this part of the world, some persons will remain in the villages. Why would they remain in the villages? Because they think that they are members of a particular secret society, members of a particular chiefdom. They hold positions in the palace. They are members of or the kingmakers and the rest. So because of that, they cannot go out. They cannot go out. They see themselves too big to leave that particular area. And so because of that, they cannot rise above a certain level. They just remain in village settings where they attend fridays, they attend weddings and funerals and what have you, and their lives are okay, just like that. And the second factor that is responsible for the poverty mindset is the inability of people to leave their comfort zone. The comfort zone is that zone of comfort, that zone of relaxation where somebody finds pleasure and the person doesn't want to grow, the person remains there. You find somebody who tells you that I am in Douala and there is no reason why I should leave Douala. I have my small business, I have my small call box, and I am making it, so I don't want to test outside. There is that fear of losing in any new environment, that fear of embracing new things, that fear of encountering and meeting new people, that fear of the fact that where they are, the fear of the unknown, they don't know what they will meet in the other side. So the fact that they are comfortable where they are, they don't want to rise above a particular level. And our next point, and very important, is ignorance. Ignorance. The poverty mindset, some people have it because of ignorance, like they are not aware of opportunities out there. They are not aware of business transactions or investments that they can make. They are just in their own corner. They don't do research. They don't do anything. They don't think. So they are just ignorant. They could be in a particular quarter, in a particular area, and there are so many things around them. But because they are ignorant, they don't search. And their circle never really helps them because they are just in one place. And you see this most often among the young people, young graduates, people with degrees and the rest. They are ignorant to the fact that you could actually use your mobile phone to get job opportunities, to get business opportunities, to get investment opportunities. So their mobile phones are limited to maybe just WhatsApp and maybe Messenger and through Facebook. So the poverty mindset equally. Lastly, we'll talk about in what concerns Cameroon, we'll talk about the public service mentality. The public service mentality. What is the public service mentality? Most of us, our parents sent us to school so that upon our graduation from the university or from after A levels, we should write competitive entrance exams into ENS, into ENSED, into EMIA, ENAM, and what have you. This is a typical Cameroonian mindset, is that one should grow up and get into the public service, get a registration number or what we commonly call a matricule, where they are sure of their monthly salary. And so they never get to rise above a particular level. Granted that those who make it big and those who help to develop the society are not public servants or are not civil servants, but rather those who are in the private sector, the business tycoons and the rest. So these people are limited to that particular sector. They don't want to leave. They are teachers from 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, and what have you, who have been teachers all their life. They have not improved. They have not gone beyond that level. And so the poverty mindset equally is limiting them, making them to think that life is about, I am able to send my children to school, I am able to pay their fees, I'm able to give food money in the house, I am able to clothe them and feed them, and that is all. So these are some of the causes of the poverty mindset, the things that will limit us and make us unable to grow in life and make us stay in one place. And so the next thing that we will talk about now is how to overcome the poverty mindset. How do you overcome it? We have seen what the poverty mindset is. We have seen some of the causes. There are too many. We cannot name all of them. But we went in for those we thought were very essential, especially for those of us in this part of the world. So now, what is it? How do you overcome the poverty mindset? And the first thing that we came across was the fact that for you to overcome the poverty mindset, the first thing is that you must change your circle. What is your circle? Those around you, your friends, the people around you, the people who surround you will always determine how far you move in life. Many people have said that. When you change your circle, you will hang out with people, you hang out with successful people, you hang out with people who have the world's mindset, the mindset of world creation, the mindset of financial literacy and financial freedom. These are the people that you will hang out with. Because if you relate with people who have only the same mindset, the same poverty mindset with you, you may never grow. You may just remain in one place and you keep, your life will be like a vicious cycle. You remain in one place. And the second factor is the fact that you should be able to take risk. The ability to take risk. They say billionaires are risk bearers. Entrepreneurs are risk takers, which means that if you must come out of the poverty mindset, you must be ready to take risks. You must be ready to come out of your comfort zone. You must be ready to invest in new businesses. Excuse me. You must be able to change your strategy. You must be able to put in. There are so many people are afraid of investing in any new venture because they think that they are going to lose their money. But then the poverty mindset or the coming out of the poverty mindset will mean that you must be ready to take risks. And this risk that you are ready, life itself is a risk. The fact that you are alive, the fact that you move on daily from one place to the next is already a risk. So to come out of the poverty mindset, you must be ready to take risks. And what are some of the risks that you will take? To acquire, learn new skills, to pay money and learn new skills, to get yourself educated, get more certificates, to get into what is current and the current world and see how you can fit in. And the next will have to do with, you have to expand your mind. And how do you expand your mind and worldview? You expand your mind and worldview by reading. You study what is current in the world. You don't limit yourself if you are based in Cameroon, if you are based in Nigeria, if you are based in Uganda, if you are based in Ethiopia. You don't limit yourself where you are. You expand your mind. Today with the smartphone, you can know what is happening in the world. Meaning by that, you just need to click on Google and you will see how you can expand your mind, how you can create your mind and make sure that you grow, which means that you must take your time and learn. Take your time and learn and grow. And the last point has to do with financial literacy. Financial literacy. What is financial literacy? Financial literacy has to do with, you must have knowledge in investment, saving, and withdrawal. Some people are poor in their minds because they make the wrong investments. They are poor in their mind because they make they spend wrongly. Expenditure. They don't save well. They may have huge salaries or huge profits from their businesses, but at the end, they have nothing to show for it. Why? Because they have little or no knowledge about financial literacy, about the correct investment to make, about the correct time and the correct thing to save, the correct time to save, and the correct withdrawal to make. What do you buy? Do you buy just the necessities or extravagant life? There are people who earn high or huge sums of money, but at the end of the day, they have nothing to show for it because they don't have that knowledge about financial literacy. So coming out of this mindset of poverty, they need to, in the very first place, be able to learn about financial literacy. And how can you learn about financial literacy? There are so many courses, online courses on both free and payable on YouTube, on Google, and on so many other apps. And the last thing that we'll talk about to overcome the poverty mindset is, first of all, to be able to start small, to begin small. So many people are waiting for the perfect moment to start up that business, that groundbreaking business. They are waiting to have that money, that serious money. They are waiting to have hundreds of thousands before they begin. But there may never be that perfect moment that you will have all the money to begin. So coming out of the poverty mindset, one will have to just begin small. What is it that we can begin with 5,000 francs, with 10,000 euros, for example? What is it that you can begin? Begin it now and grow it gradually. And from there, you will notice that the business will grow, or whatever venture that you have is going to grow. And the ability also to get into successful and fruitful partnerships. Some of us are still poor today, or with that mindset that we cannot grow because we are afraid of making fruitful partners, business partners. So I think that those are some of the ways that we can overcome the poverty mindset.
Wow, thank you so much for that. Before we continue to how you can advise someone on the to be able to change their mindset on about poverty. So just a recap. Diana talked about poverty mindset as being the fear that one will never have enough, which is the fear that one will never have enough money. And you also mentioned that it is a notion, it is a belief, and there are some causes that will lead to people having a poverty mindset for a very long time. And you also talked of it has to do with tradition and culture. Actually, it also has to do with the inability for people to be able to leave their comfort zones, because people get too comfortable in their small corners. People just get too comfortable with their 50,000 francs or 50 or 100,000 francs that they've been earning from a government job, or maybe as a teacher, and they're just too comfortable. And there's that fear of embracing new things, the fear of the unknown, because I think part of it is it's human. People are afraid of change because they don't know what's going to happen when that change happens. So, and also you mentioned that there is a lot of ignorance. People are not aware of opportunity, and very importantly, you also said people have to change their circle of friends, and also the public service mentality, that I have to go to school. After graduating, I have to have a magical number and be able to work in this office or in a particular school. But forgetting to know that people can actually start small. They can actually start where they are and grow. So you also said another reason why people still have a poverty mindset is the ability for people to take risk. They don't If you don't know the outcome of something, you obviously be skeptical about taking that risk. But life in itself is risk. Just going to bed and getting up next morning, that was a risk. You going to bed because you don't know whether you'll be able to get up, whether you'll be awake and alive next morning. So it's a little bit similar to some of the points which Judith said last week when we talked about the money mindset, being able to change our circle of influence, and then also that's to change or to re-evaluate our circle of influence, and then to change our behavior and start and start acting like the person we want to be, which which means sometimes you dream that you want to become a millionaire, but the reason why you are not yet a millionaire is because you still think you are incapable of becoming that millionaire, so you stay comfortable in your little zone in. The reasons are just too many. And if we continue looking at them, explaining, it seems each and every one of us has a poverty mindset somehow. So we all have to work on our mindset, on our poverty mindset and mindset in general in order to turn things around. And I just want to acknowledge all of you for watching. There's Yvonne Dianga, there's Big Sis Bell Sonki, there's also Lizzie Big Mama. Thank you for joining in. There's 𝗙𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀, there is Judith Moore. I just want to appreciate all of you for being patient. For being patient. There's Danielle as well. It's really grateful having you here watching and listening, and also sharing. If you have any questions, you can put them down here for our guest speakers to be able to answer. But there's a comment from 𝗙𝘀𝘁𝗀𝗀𝘀. She actually mentioned that yeah, this is the fear and small thinking about oneself. Yes, kind of low self-esteem. And then she also mentioned that I've met people who even after changing their network still are yoked. They are still in that beliefs, and it becomes dangerous to the new network. Okay, so somehow I think it means people can still change their network, but even if their mindset doesn't change, they will still be in that small place. um what would you do, Diana, if you discover that a friend of yours has a poverty mindset? How can you advise them? Or before you go to advise your friends, what have you done as a young girl to work on your poverty mindset, given that you are still at school? And obviously, how do you manage your pocket money? Because how you manage it now will also determine how you are going to manage your finances in the future. So Diane, tell us, how have you worked on your poverty mindset? Because you seem to have a very good understanding of this topic. So we'd like to know more so your friends can learn as well.
Okay, I've worked on my poverty mindset in the sense that it's not everything that your parents will give you, and you're not supposed to have the notion that your father's wealth is yours because you need to work for yours. And also, you need to boost up your self-esteem because you can still not have the poverty mindset, but if your self-esteem is low, you can develop it because somebody can deprive you of who you are and what you are. And also, you need to know how to manage the little opportunities you have by you. Like Dr. Jam said, he said we need to, our circle of friends, we need to change the circle of people we work with. Yes, when you know this is the mindset you have, you need to look forward to people who can raise you up, who can help you to be who you want to be and what you want to be. And also, even if those people help you to get to that you need to change the mindset you had because if you don't change the mindset, you'll not be able to get for you to move on.
Can you get us? Can you get us? Oh no.
You can continue with from where Diana has ended, with which advice you can give someone when they have a poverty.
Can you get us?
Yes.
Yeah, we have the manifestation of the poverty mindset. Sometimes we need to know how it manifests to know if we are guilty of it or not. And one of the things that will make us to see that we may be suffering from the poverty mindset is always wanting free services, not wanting to pay for services, wanting our family members, our friends to do things for us free, and then equally spending so much time on social media without any influence or source of income. You find young people who get up in the morning and they are on Facebook, they are on Twitter, they are on WhatsApp, they are on YouTube watching videos and lives of celebrities from morning till evening without anything to show for it. Normally, if we are supposed to be on social media 247, then we should be making income from it, without which there will be that place, which means that you will see that the poverty mindset manifests itself in so many ways. It just keeps you stagnated in one place. And if we are to advise the people who, if we are to advise the people who have this poverty mindset, the very first thing is, like one of the comments said, about low self-esteem. It's about helping people to bring them out of their low self from where they are. You could take people away from where they are and they will never change. And they will never change. They will still remain the same. They say that a person convinced against their own will are of the same opinion still. Meaning that you might have taken them away from their comfort zones, you might have taken them away, or they might have changed their circle, but their mentalities are still the same. Meaning by that, the first thing is to help people to work on their self-esteem, to work on their personal transformation. Let the transformation begin from within. When it begins from within, counselors and other professionals can guide them gradually into new spheres of life, but without which every other thing will just remain in one place. So I think that the very first advice I will give them is the fact that they should work on their self-esteem. They should work on their mind transformation, because mind transformation is a prison, or mindset is a prison that can hold somebody for as many years as possible. And until they come out of that particular mindset, everything that we say will not work and will just remain at that level. And Diana talked about when a question was asked on how she manages to get out of that mindset. This afternoon, when preparing for this program, I think she has a very nice way of looking at life. And that vision is the fact that she shouldn't compare with her friends, and she should use her pocket money judiciously, meaning by that, she should go for what she needs and not what she wants always, all the times. So she forgot saying that, but that is a mindset that she has, and that at her age, she's doing very well already in maintaining the status quo and not copying from what others have. So I don't know if we have questions.
That's wonderful. No, at the
If
moment.
we have questions or any contributions.
Yeah, there's a comment from 𝗹𝘀𝘁𝗆. She's just uploading.
We cannot get you.
Um, can you hear me now?
Faintly.
Is it okay now? Uh, I don't know. So, and everyone watching, can you hear? Can you hear us? Just let us know. Is that okay now?
Yes, but we
Okay.
can't see. Your volume is still low.
Okay. I'm not sure why it's low. Gosh. Anyway, we do not have any question. Okay. The audience, they said they can hear me. They can hear us. Can you hear?
No.
Is is that okay? Can you hear me now?
Still faintly.
Ooh. Anyway, we are just heading to the end of to the end of the show now. We do not have any questions from the audience, but if you're watching, you have a question, you can actually type here for our guest speakers to. Okay. Okay, we will try again and see if they'll come back in, and if we can hear them or if they can hear us, then we round up the show. We just want to appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Obviously, we've had technical issues here, but we do appreciate you all for your patience and for taking time to watch our episode today. You all listened from our young guest speaker. She's 16. She's in a secondary school in Douala. We really wanted her to tell us a little bit more about her school. So let's bring her back in and see if they'll hear us. Okay, can you hear me now? Are you guys there? Can you hear me now? Okay, so we are just going to round up the show. I just want to appreciate you guys once more for watching. So we've been watching the Voice of Hope Media episode 3 of Let's Give You the Voice, here at the Voice of Hope Media with myself, 𝗙𝗍𝘆 Beng, the host. And if you were new here, I know someone like Lizzie Big Mama, I haven't seen you here before. I appreciate you for watching. Maybe you have been and I haven't noticed you, but I just want to appreciate you for watching. If you're new here, the Voice of Hope Media is a safe space where we give a voice to those taboo societal issues, whereby we empower you to be able to speak up, to speak out, knowing that you will be heard and you won't be judged or stigmatized. So we educate, we empower, we inspire, and we give hope to individuals facing challenging and complex life issues, including special educational needs. So if you have an issue, if you have an experience that you think it's a taboo topic in the society, or you think it's a topic that's too emotional or too sensitive, we are open here at the Voice of Hope Media to give you the voice, and you being the guest speaker, because nobody can tell your story more than yourself can. So I'm looking forward to anyone who also wants to be to become a promoter of our talk show. And if you want to be part of the team, join us as well. We welcome all of you. More special thanks to people, to my good friends, my good sisters like 𝗿𝘀𝘆𝗀𝘊. She's been here from day one supporting. 𝗨𝘊𝘀𝗀𝗀𝘊, I've just recently known you, and you were the first person to start our New Year's Voice of Hope Media. And my very special one, Patience Abonge, has just come into the studio as an audience. So welcome, Pay. You've missed. Anyway, we will catch up. Thank you so much for watching. And just for a recap, we've talked about poverty mindset. Our daughter, Dan Formara, she said poverty mindset is a fear that one will never have enough, that one will never have enough money, and that the poverty mindset are those fears that block us from moving forward. Then some of the advice they've given to people on how a poverty mindset can be overcome, or how to advise people, is so people have to work on their mindset. People have to work on their personal transformation. Diane said something very, very important. One of them was you have to boost your self esteem. You have to work on your self esteem. And then another thing she said that really touched me was the fact that your father's wealth is not your wealth, which unfortunately, many of us growing up, many people who have rich parents, they just grow up with that sense of entitlement. My father's wealth is mine. It's not, it's your father's. So you also have to build your own wealth, same as your father or your mom did. So, and some of the causes from what Dr. Richie said, some of the causes of poverty mindset have to do with a culture, they have to do with our tradition, the inability for people to leave their comfort zone. Yes, people just get too comfortable being in that small corner, earning their small money and not looking forward to earning more. And again, some people just feel that because I was born poor, I'm going to die poor. People give excuses. After all, I'm from a poor background. Does it mean you should stay there? There's that saying that if there's no millionaire in your family, make sure you become one. Make sure you become the first millionaire in your family. There's also the fear of embracing new things, the fear of the unknown. People are also afraid of taking risks, and that public service mentality. Many people know about this in Cameroon. And again, change your circle of influence, reevaluate. I mean, there's a quote that goes around on Facebook that put your friends together and select them like you select beans in order to take out the stones from it. So it's the same process. The same process that you use to select beans before you cook is the same process you have to use to select your friends when it comes to having when it comes to a poverty mindset, or even our money mindset. We make sure we choose the right people who can influence us. However, there are still individuals who, no matter where they are, you can actually take them to be staying with Bill Gates or to be staying with Mark Zuckerberg, and they will still never change their mindset. And that's the reason why many um, people still stay in that position of poverty. But looking critically, do you have a poverty mindset? Do I have a poverty mindset? How we manage our money as well also matters. It also has something to do with our poverty mindset, and we all have to work on it. Dr. Richie said, start small. You don't have to wait to have millions in order to start. You can start where you are, right where you are, and work up. So they've been having some technical hits. I wouldn't be able to bring them back into the studio. So, and once more, I'm thanking all of you for staying here with us for 1 hour, 20 minutes. I am your host, AC Beng. So looking forward to seeing you again next next weekend. And wherever you are, whatever you are doing, do not stay comfortable with little. You are capable of more. I am capable of more. We all are capable of more. We are more than what we think we are. We just need to have that ability to take risk. We have to be able to change strategies in whatever we are doing, as Dr. Richie Jam said. So Thank you so much for watching, and we will be seeing you again next week for another topic, another so-called emotional, taboo, or sensitive topic, which it happens in your home, it happens in my homes, it happens in our families. And at the same time, we just keep it covered under the carpet. We are going to give a voice to that topic, and it's going to be a table shaker. So looking forward to seeing you all next Saturday for episode 4 of Let's Give It a Voice for 2022. So let me just see the last comment. Thank you so much, Big Sis Bell Sunky. Thanks for always bringing us these topics that will help shape our community. Absolutely. I always say these topics, we have to give a voice to them, because there are issues that happen to each and every one of us. They happen to human beings, to our families, to neighbors, to friends, to brothers, to sisters. So why can't we talk about them? Someone had actually, one of my Facebook friends actually said, if that particular issue is not happening in your own house, it may be happening in a neighbor's house. Even if you don't have that experience, your neighbor, your friend, your sister, somebody, your friend's friend may be having that issue. So indirectly, it affects you. So it's good we have a conversation around these topics. It's good we give these topics a voice in order to open up conversations, to make people feel comfortable, confident that that they will not be judged when they tell their stories. So Patience says, hopefully I join in earlier next week. Have a blessed week ahead of you, everyone, and we will be seeing you next week, next Saturday, for episode 4 of Let's Give It a Voice. Once more, I am 𝗙𝗍𝘆, and I am your host here at the Voice of Hope Media, and we give a voice to poverty mindset. Thank you so much, and bye for now.